Hello.
Welcome to Naked Roll Rats. We're gonna play some D&D.
Okay.
I am Tam, your guys' DM. I mean, I would hope you guys would want to play some D&D, or else why on earth are you here? I know that we had a really
Contractual
cool, just like,
obligations.
yeah, I know that we had just like a chat the other day, but like we're actually gonna roll some dice this time, and everything. I am Tam, your guys' DM. Go by she, her.
Hi, I'm Tony. I play Artem Petrova, the Shadow Monk, and we both go by he, him.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I played Arista Singer, the Glamour Bard. Both Arista and I go by she, her.
Hello, I am Finch. I go by Shile. I play Ruby Libertaz, the fathomless warlock who goes by he, they.
Hello everyone, I am Ethan. I'm playing Isaac Crow, the transmutation wizard, and both of us go by he, him.
And I'm Brad. I'm playing Balamor Tarvaro, the Vengeance Paladin, and we both go by he, him.
Sweet. Thanks everybody. If you guys all want to roll luck, I'm gonna knock out just a couple of announcements. First of all, apologies to last week. The internet was being a little bit chaotic, and so the stream kept cutting in and out, which is totally fine. If you guys want a recap of what happened, we'll talk a little bit about that. Now, we also talked about that in our Tavern Talk this last Monday. So, do you want to listen to a little bit of that, as well as just hear a bunch of people just nerd out about games for a minute? That's a great place to start. And then another just announcement for the channel. We actually have another game that we're going to be starting up on Monday. It is going to be called The Auditors, and it's a very different feel than a super serious sea-based campaign. It's a little bit more fun, mystery chasing kind of thing. So if that's your jam, feel free to pop in on Monday as well while we get that started up. Yeah, anything, I think that's it as far as like announcements go. Let me actually like roll my luck as well. That probably would be helpful. And then we'll dive into the recap, which is kind of important if we lost some things last week. Last week you all were able to do a couple of things, mostly tried to figure out a little bit more of what had happened with the Mataro for Artem and Ball, and eventually Ruby not eventually Ruby. Ruby went off and gathered people, and then people eventually came back. But for Ball, Artem and Ruby, the three of you had interacted with one of the Mataro, Lady Yella, a Mataro fortune teller, and you all had your fortunes read in various degrees of whatever you could call success. A little bit of an ominous reading for the group as a whole, but Lady Yella did say that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a lot of bad stuff is happening right now, so it makes sense that your fortune doesn't look particularly great.
Theirs was way darker than mine.
Yeah. After which, you had taken the prisoner. Is that the best word I can come up with on the spot? The man that you had secured from the ship that had stolen away the Mataro, and went to interview him and interrogate. Interrogate's a much better word for that, considering how it all went down.
No, we were interviewing him for a job.
Yeah, it
100%.
started out as a just a references interview sort of thing, and very much so seemed as he was not fit to be able to completely speak his mind. There seemed to be something very much so getting in the way and distracting as far as tying his tongue and everything. Upon some investigation, you all noticed that he had a series of tattoos on his neck. The rest of the party was summoned and brought back, and the choice was made to talk with him, and then if he did not particularly love to, or if he didn't say everything, you were all going to, particularly Ball, was going to cut the tattoos out. Upon cutting the tattoos out, the fishman became a fishman. This man with these tattooed gills immediately turned into this hideous creature of the deep, to which you all disposed of very quickly. But after that happened, there was talk of where to go next, what to do with the information that this gentleman had given you all. A couple of things were heavily mentioned. One of them was the fact that there is someone kind of orchestrating this all. Ruby was able to find out about Corona, and there was talk from this man that Corona was referred to as the Queen, and that she was on Lindwern as well. And so, for many other reasons, you guys are headed to Lindwern already, but all the more reason to get there to potentially get some answers. After which, the dockmaster, Katrian, had decided to help expedite your ships, so he's getting some supplies ready for you and doing all that stuff. Mentioned if there's anything else you guys wanted to go do it. Isaac was able to get his spells. Multiple of you went shopping for various things. And so, just to recap that, we will start with... actually, let's do the... can I have Artem, Ruby, and Arista all roll a d20 for me?
Okay.
Nope, too spooky. That's way too ominous.
Okay. Getting my good rolls out of the way now.
Yeah, great. Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Hey, Ruby, what did you buy at your shopping spree?
Ruby spent a fair bit of time just kind of sulking, eventually realizing that wanting to save Corona is something he wants to do. But he feels like he owes her his life. Since he tried to run away, she was the only reason he actually survived and got to live a life of his own. But he's been so dedicated to her, he's kind of realized he hasn't been living. He's just been a purpose. He's just been living as a means to an end to get her free. Even though he knows she doesn't want that, but it's what he's been treating it as. And so what's the best thing to do when you're kind of like having an identity crisis and a little bit depressed? You go shopping. So Ruby goes and purchases a brand new hat, I think is what his aim is.
That's so much better than a haircut. Ruby with a bad haircut would just not look okay.
Yes. In fact, I think...
Skinless.
Oh, hold on a second. There's
It
something
would
down
become a
here.
skinless cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just comes back as one of those bald cats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Do I look okay, everybody?
No.
No.
Captain
You're
Damon
naked.
sees you and like specifically puts the cabin boy just to follow you around with an umbrella so you don't burn.
Is that the hat?
It's
This is the
beautiful.
It's got little flappies, which I imagine are like his ears sticking out, like up like this.
Mm-hmm.
So how far away from winter?
You guys celebrated the summer solstice.
That's gonna get
When
real
the
sweaty.
Yes, it is. Ruby doesn't care about all of that. He cares that this, it's his fashion. It's something he's never done before.
Yeah, he
In his home
chose
life.
it.
He chose it, yeah. In his home life, the only things he ever really got as presents or brought for himself are practical things, or like when people are giving him things, it's to get favour of his parents. If he's buying something, it's always what they've kind of just said. That's what you're gonna get. He's never chosen for himself. So something even as silly as just a hat like this, it means a lot to him. He kind of cheers him up a little bit in this little dreary episode he's having.
Perfect. Rista, what did you buy on your shopping?
Um,
And you can allocate that accordingly.
okay. First of all, Arissa went a little bit of clothes shopping. She didn't find anything pretty, so she like me. She got a couple of knickknacks here or there, but she came along a couple of little trinkets that she decided to buy for herself and her new little friends. Uh, she has found a pretty set of a squid ink, which as soon as she will probably bounce over to Isaac and be like, "Look, I think I have bought you this," and we'll hand him over this little vial of squid ink. I do not know if you can use it to write or not, but I thought of this ink and I thought of you.
Well, that is, it's very kind. I appreciate it.
And she will happily bounce away, very happy to have given him a set of this vial. Then she has bought a dice that were made from bones, which she will, bounce over to give to Artem because it's so pale and they're like, for some sort, it reminds me because he's same color, same thing. It reminds me about it. And it's like, and she will like tap Artem on the shoulder and be like, "I have bought you this. I saw this and I thought of you."
Thank you. He rolls them real quick. Double ones. I think that's good.
Probably. I hope you enjoy them. There's, excuse me, very pale like you, and she will get rid of these smaller ones because, you'll see in a moment. And then she will, tap on Ruby's shoulder and tell them, "I like your new hat, and I have got you." And she will present Ruby with a spyglass. "This is for you." To Ruby.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was still muted. Oh,
That's fine. That's okay.
he turns around, all like happy with his new hat, kind of looks at you inquisitively, and it's like, "Oh, it really? Why?"
Yes, because you are my friend. I saw a pretty trinket, and I thought you deserved a pretty trinket.
Is that really as simple as it is?
Yes.
Forgive me. It was back.
I mean, if you do not want it, I would.
No,
I was going to say. No, I was going to say if you didn't like it, I could give you the doll.
No, it's lovely. Thank you. When I was at home, the only time I got gifts, it was because someone wanted something out of me or my parents. But you want that? I think it's new to me. Thank you, really.
You're welcome. I hope it can be useful, even though I don't know if it works right or not. But I thought of you because you will be our captain, and I think, I've seen many of the captain and or navigators with a spyglass, and I thought, what would Ruby need to look like a captain and maybe a pirate? Spyglass.
I appreciate it. I'm sure I can find some way to fit a cat's icon in there somewhere.
I'm sure. I believe in you, Ruby.
Yeah, I think of some way.
Yeah.
I gotta do something now. Next time we are in
It's
port,
fine.
I'll think of something.
All right. And by the way, Tam, how big is a large coin, by the way?
Like, probably like the size of a $50.
Okay,
Like-
so like this?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget that I
so
can
she-
like show things.
Wait, there's webcam?
Okay.
Wait, there's a webcam?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Just
you
dive
have
off.
webcams?
This is what happens when you've DM'd without cameras for so long. I'm like, what verbal description do I have?
You could just also use it's ye big. So it's like ye
Yeah.
big. Okay.
Yeah, first and thumb together. Ta-da.
Okay.
Yep.
So and she will go over to Ball and you can't like I just realized she can't tap on her shoulder because
You could jump.
it would be like
You could jump. Get a running start. You could do it.
she will probably tap on somewhere tap on his arm then and it yeah to get did the bird just speak?
Yes. He is currently screaming, "I'm Gizmo," because nobody in here knows his name.
Hi, Gizmo.
Hi Gizmo.
Hello.
So the coin goes to Ball.
Yes.
Alright.
She will present to him. Ask about. Do you mind putting out your hand? And when he does, she will put the coin that has it. I think it's in between two. It's like a coin in between two buildings. I think. Or
Yeah, there's on this coin. There's two like they almost look like towers or like lighthouses, but it's the same. It's not like a head and a tails. It looks like there's both on this like both sides are the same.
I don't know why, but you are very tall. Lightbox is very tall, and this coin is bigger than I normally see. And I thought about you, and this is your present. And she will give him this weird ass coin that she found that she thought of when she found Ball. The bird is not impressed by my present.
Oh, this bird can grab me and say, "Shut up." Anyway, God damn it, bird! Shut up. Come on. Are you done?
No.
I didn't think so. Un momento, por favor. Give me just a minute.
Ursa,
Ethan, that is perfect timing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I speak bird.
But
yeah.
Yes. Aside from that, she has also got herself a doll, and that's made of sea and sail, a locket that she is going to put on the doll because now the doll has a necklace and the comb, which she's going to use to comb her hair. And along with that, she has also bought herself a book of a music book and a compass that does not point north, but when she has time, Arissa's definitely going to look at that music book that has black tentacles on it, because that's such a good idea.
I will also ask this simply because of the amount of shopping that has gone down. Would you all like to buy a bag of holding?
Probably should.
Okay.
Probably should.
We will get that. Like I'm just imagining like especially just because Arissa's the bard, like you have all of your instruments on you. So like you have a violin case, you have like you have your hurdy-gurdy case, you have your flute case, you have this doll. Like it's all gotta go somewhere.
Well,
like,
I mean, right now she's just a bard of holding.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am the bard of holding. And the thing is, I will say this is canon. Arista leaves behind the violin and the hurdy-gurdy on the boat. When she goes out on land, the only thing she's keeping on her are the flutes.
Sweet. Okay, that is good to know. But on the boat, that's all there. Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's everyone. Artem, what did you buy?
I bought me a gloves of swimming and climbing.
Ooh.
And during the night
really
when
wants to be Ruby.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
So during the night he'll just go and knock on everyone's door and just slowly work down the rooms, like Santa Claus. He's just got like a bag of stuff, and so he'll start with Isaac's room, and just
Isaac will head to the door.
So we're probably gonna be heading out pretty soon, and I just kind of got some things that hopefully people will find useful. I don't know. I don't really need a whole lot, and that's more gold than I'm really accustomed to carrying. So here, and then he just holds out a pair of goggles. These are supposed to help you see at night. And he hands you a pair of goggles of night.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think that I really need these, but yeah, if I don't have these, I suppose that puts at us a little bit of a disadvantage, doesn't it?
I mean, every little thing helps, I think, in this kind of situation. I'm just trying to be prepared for as much as possible. So, hopefully these help you. I'll let you get back to sleep, or reading, or whatever you're doing. And he's slowly going to push the door shut in your face.
Okay, have a good night, Artem.
He'll go to Arista next and knock on Arista's door. And he'll just sit there.
Arista will she will open the door. Hello. Hello, Artem. And you can see her room is like decorated. The doll is just like sitting with its little locket, just be like,
wow, okay, you really decorated the room. You gave me the dice, and it at the moment I had a lot on my mind real quick, but now that I'm thinking about it, I did get you something while I was out and about too. And he hands out this like little yellow gemstone, and he hands it to you, and he hands you a luck stone.
thank you.
Yeah.
And she's so enamored by the thing, and then she's like, what's this? So you can continue on telling what the luck stone does.
So it's I'm not really a lucky person. I mean, I met you all pretty lucky, but this is supposed to really help in situations where you need luck, and I just felt like it would be a good thing for you to have, since you've kind of been our lucky thing that we found along the way. I mean, you got us through the storms and everything, and it's just been lucky having you as part of the team. So I felt like the luck stone really felt like I needed to give it to you.
Oh, thank you, Artem. Do you mind if I give you a hug, because this is the best present I've got?
Yes. As he gives you the most cold, awkward hug. He's just like,
and she will give him. Then Arista will just give him a hug back, even if it's awkward. She has attempted to hug Isaac exactly once and never again.
I'm telling you, he almost had Fireball. He was so close to getting it.
But yes, she is used to awkward hugs. This is not her first or probably last awkward hug, but it is, quick and everything. But she said, "Thank you so much," and for these, they're so pretty, and thank you so much, Artem. I appreciate them.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And he's gonna start slowly backing into the shadows away.
Arista will just wait, not even question that he's sliding into the shadows all creepily. She will just happily wave and close the door. This is not weird.
He'll go to Ball's door next.
Really quick before you knock on Ball's door, just for people who don't know what these items do. Goggles of Night, you gain dark vision out to 60 feet.
Wait, that's what it does?
Yeah.
I just thought it gives you temporary blindness. I thought it was going to be really funny.
It actually really depends on if you're in a city or not. The light pollution really gets in the
Oh
way.
yeah, true.
If you already had dark vision, that increases your range by 60 feet. But you gave it to the human wizard boy who does not have dark vision. So beautiful. And then Electstone gives +1 to ability scores or ability checks and saving throws. That does require attunement. Continue.
Yeah, so he'll knock on Ball's door next, and he'll try to stand up really tall.
It's open.
Just slowly turns the knob and pushes it, but stays right in the doorway.
So from across the room.
Hey, I got you something when I was out earlier.
And what would that be?
And so he reaches into his bag, really nice folded cloak. It's like a blue, kind of like leathery texture.
What is this?
So when we were fighting the other day, I noticed that you have a lot of cool abilities that kind of keep you afloat, but if we're going to be out in the ocean, I don't know what's going to happen, so I just thought it'd be better be prepared. So I got you a cloak of the manta ray. So all you got to do is, they said you put the hood up and you are able to swim kind of like a fish.
Would be extremely helpful.
I mean, I really hope so. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, abilities and everything you had were amazing, but I felt like you were going to sink really quick if you didn't use them. So, hopefully that helps you. But I also did get you another thing, because I think this might be effective for you. I kind of got these earlier too, but this is a pair of goggles on the night as well. These are supposed to help you see in darkness. Not like magical darkness or anything like that, but just like see at night. You see better.
Well, I really appreciate it. You didn't have to get these things for me.
Well, let's see. We're going to be going into a den of pirates. And, we're going to help you out as much as we can with your thing, but you're helping us out too. And you're kind of doing me a solid by helping protect my little family I got here. So I felt like it's the least I could do.
Your kindness is greatly appreciated.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, as he moonwalks into shadows and disappears.
I just love how Ball just basically became like a sea-themed Batman. Like, I have a cloak, I can see in the dark. I can punch so hard. So
Now
cloak and
everybody
manta
can see. Now
yeah.
everybody can see in the dark.
While wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet. However, if you bring the hood down, that gets lost, and to engage it requires an action.
Does it require attunement?
No.
Sweet.
Okay. Is Ruby there?
Oh, hello.
Sorry, I was just making sure. Lost you on the cam. So I will.
Weird.
You're fine. He'll knock on your door last. Hey, I got something. I think it'll be useful for you. I kind of blew a lot of my budget on it.
Oh, you didn't have to get me anything.
Yeah, I didn't have to. I wanted to. I mean,
What is it?
it's pretty cool. Even now that I'm thinking about it, I really hope it is what it is, because I spent a lot of gold on it. He's gonna pull out a ring and hand it to you. and they say it's a ring of spell storing.
Oh,
You're able to put spells in, and don't even have to be your spells. Like you could put like Arista spells or Isaac spells in there. I think Ball's got spells. Like everybody's like, you could put like spells in there and be able to cast them.
wait, can I store smites in there? Oh,
This ring stores spells cast into it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them. This ring can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. Any creature that can cast a level spell 1 through 5 into the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast. So technically, yes, you could store smites.
excellent. Ruby is going to look to Artem. You've seen Ruby vulnerable before, but this day was particularly bad for him. This is the first time you've seen him look like he's actually going to cry, as he just kind of like almost jumps at you with a hug.
He'll just give
Thank you.
he'll give you a like. It goes awkward at first, but then he actually warms up and just gives you a big hug and just be like, "Listen, I don't know everything that's going on with any of this really. I'm just trying to help out as much as I can, as best as I can. Like I've told you before, I got your back, and we're gonna get your god back. And hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. But I don't do well with this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go to bed. You get a good night's sleep, and hopefully maybe we can get on that ship and do some damage in Linwern.
You know you will.
Oh,
As we've been together, hasn't it been a good time?
I mean, listen, we're gonna have fun wherever we go.
Exactly. Thank you, Artem. Good night.
He just gives you a nod. Good night. And then he's gonna retire to his chambers.
Awesome. Anyone that would like to attune to their items can do so this night.
Yeah, I'll sleep on my
I
gloves.
will,
Sweet.
I will definitely attune to the Lepstone.
Okay, would
Okay.
I have had time to have done a short rest between then so I can start storing spells on the ring already?
With the amount of time that has gone past, and yes, you would have been able to do a short rest. There are some spells already stored into the ring. There are actually 3 spells that are already currently stored into the ring. You have these spells. And where did I write it? You have the spell Sleep, Hail of Thorns, and a command.
I'm assuming there's all level 1.
Correct.
Now here's the problem. It can only have stop spells up to like a combined level of 5. My default spells are level 3.
Correct.
I'm gonna have to use one of these.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can look at that later then.
I think you can override them.
Hmm.
I think that's how it works.
I think I might get rid of the sleep because a level 1 sleep isn't the best thing in the world.
Any creature that can cast a spell 1 through by touching the ring as the spell is cast, the ring has no effect other than to be stored in the ring. If the ring can't hold the spell is expended without effect.
Okay, yeah, no, I have to use this then. I'll just keep the ring for now and I can store spells later then.
And just as a point of order, the coin that Arista gave me, what was it again? Because I was
So
extremely
it has
distracted by an idiot.
I'm sorry.
by the bird.
Oh no, he wasn't talking about the bird.
There was a two sides, and both had a what looks like a large tower, or a like obelisk, or a lighthouse. That kind of shape of a building, on the coin.
And both sides were the exact same thing, right? Okay.
Yep.
And
he thought of it because he was
Paul
very
would have
tall.
said
It's
thank
very
you,
tall.
by the way.
Okay. It was this or the shark tooth come.
The what?
How,
There's
shark
a
tooth
comb
comb.
of yes, but she thought this was cooler than the shark tooth comb.
Sweet. The Arista, also the book
Mm-hmm.
does, like, you, especially with getting some time to like just flip through its pages, you get the feeling that there is some magic in this. You would have to
Mm-hmm.
attune to it to use it, but there are some very impressive sea shanties within this book.
Ooh, okay. Like I think I have up to 3 attunements. I think, right? So it would be um I think it would be the Luckstone, the flute, and this. I think for now, since they're not gonna be used, I think she's gonna stop tuning the for now until we get to Lindworm, the flute, but she will attune to the spell book and to the Luckstone.
Sweet. While you're kind of flipping through these, you there is a there you do get the ability to cast control water once a day.
Ooh. Okay. Cool.
Sweet. Let's see. Anything else that anyone wanted to do with this evening? Otherwise, we will do the next day.
Catnap, of course.
Everyone, long rest.
Yay.
The next day comes to you all very nicely. It's more so nice inside of the inn versus outside. The weather, it's not horrible, but it is very obviously just kind of gloomy and not great. It's more so just deep overcasts, lots and lots of clouds. Lots of clouds moving very quickly too. So everyone kind of feels a little bit on edge with the weather. As you all go to the there we go. As you all go to the head house, you see that Katrine is there with a whole crew of people and a boat that is hanging up propped up in the repair section. It's a fairly decent looking boat. It looks like they have kind of cleaned it up and polished it up a bit for you. And on the side, in beautiful filigree, you see the catfish on the back of it. A number of people are still rushing to throw supplies onto the ship and everything. Katrine comes over, and actually you guys see Jib over off in the corner, and Jib seems to be like just absolutely knocked out, and Katrine goes, "We've all been working all night long. Hopefully we can get you out as soon as possible. The amount for the supplies for your new crew, for necklaces of water breathing, and for all of the general things that you need, that's going to be 2,000 gold to supply everything and to deal with the repairs."
I'll take it out of the dragon hoard coin box.
Perfect. Katrine goes, "Okay, I think we're just on the finishing touches here. Anything else that we can do for you?"
It's looking good to
Not
me.
that I think of.
Seems
Perfect.
fine.
I don't know how much help we'll be able to continue to do for you all while you're out on the water, but if anything comes up, please let us know. If anything escalates on our end, we do have means of sending a message to you. But hopefully it's more good news than bad. If you happen to find the Mataro, bring them home. Otherwise, Lady Yellow's probably gonna have my neck.
We have a good feeling about where they might be.
Okay,
We're trying our best to bring
wonderful.
them home.
And Katrine just kind of salutes you all and goes, "Well, we'll see you at send-off." And he rushes over and he kind of taps Jib and like escorts Jib over to his office. And like Jib wakes up and like, you know how like sleepy dogs just kind of don't walk straight for a minute? Like that's very much so how like Jib makes his way to the front office.
I think that dog's got a
And-
drinking problem.
Just out all night. And you all hear at one point a, "Hey, there you are." And you turn and you see Captain Damon of the previous ship that you had all saved, with a series of people with him. You see a couple that look familiar. The dwarf that had been absolutely just downing that massive tankard yesterday. You see the Fire Genasi with them as well. She's just kind of hiding like directly behind Damon. And you see a whole bunch of other people. Some of them are human. Some of them are half-elves. It looks like there's a half-orc there as well. You see a Dragonborn too. And Captain Damon approaches and goes, "Well, we have it. Is this what we're looking at?"
This is it.
This is
Beautiful.
it.
And he kind of points and he goes, I was able to pick up some more crew to hopefully make this a little bit easier for all of us. And he looks to you, Ball, and like extends the hand, and goes, "Happy to be sailing with you again. Hopefully this is a little bit better than last time."
Hopefully this goes a little smoother.
And if it doesn't,
I mean, we also hope it goes better.
and
I
he looks to you and
At
goes,
the,
"Of course."
I mean, at the very least, at least this time, most of us can swim, and she points to, and this should probably be help a bit. That she points to one of her instrument cases.
You know, I would say that the only way the ship is going down is if I go with it, but I can breathe underwater, so maybe let's not do that.
I mean, with the necklaces, everybody can breathe underwater.
I mean, yes, but I can do it without the fancy thing. Let me have this.
and 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 you hear the dwarf go, "Ooh," and like just and
Okay,
Damon
okay, I get it. No one cares. We move on.
Damon looks over and goes, "Shut up, Kellen. Sorry."
Oh, wait, that one's
Yes.
actually alive. I wasn't sure if he was alive or not.
Yeah, no, it's
See,
great.
I told you. I
he's-
told you
he's
he wasn't
mobile.
dead.
And he goes, actually, and he points back, and you guys see a tiefling, and he goes, "I asked Alara to come on this with us as well. She is a good friend of mine and a fantastic healer, and took care of that lovely hangover this morning, didn't you?" And like you just see like Kellen's face just turns red as like the whole crew just kind of starts to laugh and like poke at this dwarf who is very much so not conscious. 24 hours ago.
I mean,
And-
you're either a great healer or a good necromancer, but either way, you got him up.
And she goes, it's a little bit of both, and she winks.
Oh.
I mean, isn't I've heard from at least one person that technically necromancers are healing, but the other way.
They just have to wait a little bit longer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her look straight to Damon and go, see, they get it. And he goes, it's still not a good joke.
Typical
She
joking.
has found her people.
And they and at that point Damon whistles and they all and he like has pulls out like this small like captain's whistle, and as he does it, like everyone breaks off and just starts like filing into taking care of the various things on the ship, helping the rest of the people at the head house to get everything just like packed up and tucked away. It's like within maybe an hour of you guys being here that Katrine mentions that, hey, I think we're ready to go. You ready?
Yes.
Wait 1 second. What? Real quick. What day is it?
He goes. Hang on, let me pull up my calendar. Du-du-du-du. It is. Okay, I can totally do this math. Da-da-da.
You can do
July
it.
2nd.
Okay, so
Can do it.
you see Artem's face go even paler than usual, and he goes, oh shit, and you see him start running back into town.
Huh? What's happened?
I'll be right back. And then you see him like run, and I'm gonna real quick. I gotta run to the merchants quarter, and I start looking for someone who sends like mail, like magical mail.
Okay, yeah. There is a carrier there, and actually probably either there or at the tavern. They would also be able to supply that as well.
Yeah, I go to the carrier or whatever, and I just like burst through the door like, I gotta send a message, real quick.
And they go, oh, okay, magical or
Magical.
physical?
I need it quick as possible.
Okay, what I can send the message. You've got 25 words. Feel free.
Just real simple. This needs to go to Arena Petrova. Just says, happy birthday, love Artem. That's it. You don't have to say that's it. That's just.
Any physical descriptions just to make sure I'm sending it to the right
yeah.
person?
So she like a half drow, light purple skin, white hair. She's like 5'6", and she's the count in like Cephia. The countess in Cephia.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Stop with that one.
Okay. Perfect. Just happy birthday, love Artem.
That's it.
Four words.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Here.
a whole 21 more options.
Nope. That's it.
Alrighty. Okay. And you see this merchant do a quick like incantation, and you hear, happy birthday, love Artem. And then there's a pause.
I start. So, how much gold is? And he starts like just going through his purse.
That's it. great question.
Do I get a discount for using less words?
Nope. It still costs the whole spell slot, my friend.
I mean, it was worth a shot, you know.
10 gold.
10 gold. Here you go. Well worth it. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Anything else I can do for you today? She's still technically within the means of being able to respond. If she says anything, do you want me to save that message for you?
Sure.
Okay. We're right about out of the range of... Okay. It does not seem like she's going to respond.
I expected it. It's perfectly fine. If I would have got a response, it would have been weirder.
Sometimes when people don't get an answer, they literally shoot the messenger, and I don't want that to happen. So
I would never shoot you. You did me a great service. Thank you very much.
Happy to do it for you, and you just kind of nods off and.
But I gotta go. Bye, and then I run out the door.
Bye. A good day to you.
I want to be waiting outside for Artem to return.
Okay. The rest of you have started to file onto the boat as the captain has started to make that pressure known.
Yeah.
All you after about 5-10 minutes, Artem comes back just sprinting.
So what in the hell was that about?
Oh, yeah. It was my daughter's birthday, and I almost forgot to wish her a happy birthday, and she would have hunted me down and killed me.
I'm sorry, daughter?
I would hate to
I'm
meet
sorry,
your
what?
daughter. Y'all aren't there.
Get lost, losers. No, I'm just kidding.
Continue, you two.
Yeah.
I would definitely hate to meet your daughter then.
I mean, listen, she's great, but she's brutal.
Sounds like most children.
I mean, she's not really a child, but yeah. But anyway, we should probably get on the boat and stop worrying about us and about that. Let's go.
Ruby, you were saying something to Isaac.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, I can't say I'm not curious, but sorry. I had to go there. I mean, I can't say I'm not curious, but since you want to let it go, I'm not to adventure.
Again,
and then
I mean, what do you want to know? I'll tell you whatever you want. I mean, we're literally going to be on a ship for days, weeks.
So much bonding time ahead of you all.
Yeah.
Let's at least get to the water first.
Yeah.
Okay, Arista will give him a look. Is it weird to? Is this an insult or not? But you don't look like a father. I have a father, but
I mean, yeah, I definitely don't look like your father. I'm assuming.
And
no, that would be very weird.
Yeah. Ball had mentioned staying on and waiting for Artem. So the knowledge that Artem is a father belongs to the merchant and to Ball. As the last of the hullabaloo of getting ready finishes up, you all see that Captain Dutson and Lady Balasar all come out of the main office with Catrian. And Catrian kind of shouts up to you all and goes, "For any new boat, we give a blessing, so sail safe." And he looks over to Lady Balasar, and she steps forward, and she puts her hand towards the boat, and she starts to speak in Draconic, and everyone, it sounds like she is saying some kind of poem or incantation. Isaac, you can understand every single thing that is coming out of her mouth, and it takes you aback a minute, and you hear her say, May the seas bless this vessel, for it to carry those to safety, and that they may return to our shores. With home and luck and heart, let their journeys be great. And there is a groan of weight of this ship as you all start to feel it slide back into the water behind you, and there is a little bit of a crash and a little bit of a jostle as you all feel the ship become buoyant within the water. There is a series of ropes that are pulled to try to get the ship further and further back out into the sea, and eventually, with some help from the sidelines as well, it looks like there's a couple people casting like control water to be able to like facilitate turning the boat and moving it and pushing it out into sea. You are all able to, on your boat of the Catfish, the Crimson Corsairs are able to return back out into the ocean.
That's my boat.
Hell yeah.
Gosh, dang it. I secretively had a bet. I was like, someone's gonna say that at some point. I didn't know when.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. And you all are headed off into sea. Captain Damon very much so like acknowledges Ruby on the boat, but very much so takes kind of initial chart, like waits off for a second to see if Ruby is going to like start shouting orders. And
Ruby would kind of look towards him as in like almost like a pitiful cat, like sucking wet cat. It's like no.
And he looks to you and goes, "Do you want me to take this for the time being?"
I'm still learning. Yes, thank you very much.
Of course, if you are welcome to shadow however you need. And instantly turns around and pulls out his whistle and whistles to the crew and just starts shouting to engage the sails, make sure that everything is tied up tight. And he actually calls over two people. You see him call over the tiefling, as well as there's a large triton that comes over as well. A little bit more of a slender build compared to Catrian. You see that he calls them over and tells them to go to the back of the boat, or one to the back and one to the front. And they all both start also casting some kind of magic, and you feel the boat kind of start to move forward. And you start to gain a little bit of speed with these two casting whatever water wielding spells they are.
Okay. I'm going to... what's his name? Sorry, the captain. I keep forgetting.
Captain Damon. And you see... And he's a human man, dark hair. It's been, like, kind of tied up since the last time that you guys saw him. But, like, looks like this guy's probably been out in the water quite a bit.
Okay. Like, Arista will, like, after, because he probably knows better, it's like, Captain Demon, I will ask, is it the better, since you were probably know, is it better to play, like, here, or somewhere in the middle? And she points to her instrument.
And he goes, go ahead and play now. And then that way, if we have clear weather for the rest of the day, fantastic. If not, then we at least know what we're dealing with to start with.
Okay, that sounds good. And she will play a little tune for now. So, performance, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And that is plus, because it does not want to add anything, so that would be an 11 for the plus 1 with the luck stone. Since...
Yeah. The weather isn't terrible, but it does not seem to dissipate for you today.
Mm-hmm.
It's still just really cloudy and really kind of gross as the day moves on. And as you've kind of been playing this for a little bit, Damon steps forward and goes, "That's okay. That's one of the reasons why I brought this crew on, to hopefully help help mitigate some of the disasters that we had last time around. So if you'd like to try again tomorrow, please feel free."
Okie dokie. But she will Arvisa will stay up front, mostly like on top, mostly because she has not. She wants to see how differently they are from the other ship. That's the word, the other ship.
Compared to the scramble that you guys were on?
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Real quick, I'm just gonna introduce myself. I don't know if I've had a chance to talk to him yet, and just be like, "Hey, so I'm Artem. I know I introduced you while we were on the other ship, but right now I'm gonna be running the quartermaster position, but also I'm gonna be on the night crew. So you just wake me up whenever you're ready to shift change."
And he goes, good to know. I hear you tend to have a little bit of a sway when it comes to your group. Everyone seems to speak really highly of you, so happy to work with you. If you ever do need any aid from another quartermaster, you know my dear dwarven friend, Kellen. He's sometimes deep in the cups, but he does good work, so we'll probably rotate you out then. So he'll probably do days if you're comfy doing nights. More than happy to do that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Just keep us upright, and I'll be good. And then I'm going to go below decks and just go real quick, since I didn't really get a chance to do it beforehand, and just walk through, checking all the supplies and everything, making sure everything's good in there, and making sure that we don't have any stowaways or anything that shouldn't be there.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation check for me. If you're particularly looking for stowaways.
There we go. Yeah. Sure not perception.
I mean, you said you were looking specifically for stowaways, so like if you're...
Yeah, I wasn't planning on investigating. I was trying to perceive. That's why I said I was looking for stuff, not touching things.
Oh, okay.
But no,
I didn't
that's
know
fine.
how
No.
in depth you wanted to look for.
But I'm gonna use all
If
6
you
of
were-
my
if you
luck
were
points.
not, like,
Yeah, you're good. No,
Okay.
you're fine. I'm just giving you a hard time. 6 points into that to make it a 15, because at this point, like, he's really trying to make sure everything's good.
You see, as you're really kind of like looking around, and especially because you're like it's obvious to see if the boxes are all there, but like, and you kind of start off with just kind of looking, but then you kind of sit there and go, no, I can start to figure this out, and like starts to double check and lift some actual lids to the containers, that sort of thing, and you come across a barrel, amongst a whole bunch of other barrel with fresh water, in these barrels, and like the boat is like moving, and you can like hear the water kind of like move around, and this barrel in front of you, it moves a little bit more than the rest of them, and it has a little bit of it doesn't seem to be carrying the same amount of weight to it, and you go and you check on this barrel, and you open it up, and you see a small figure kind of crouched inside of the barrel, and it looks up at you.
Well,
And
hello
just looks
there.
absolutely defeated. You see what looks like a smaller, he looks human, but then all of a sudden, like, there's like a ripple, and it looks like there's like an illusion that's not like holding amongst this panic, it just kind of waves up at you.
So, we're gonna need an explanation.
Shake it.
And just kind of waves and goes and just like holds up a finger and like crawls out of the barrel, and as like crawling out of the barrel, you see this what looks like a human boy stands in front of you, very similar to the human child that you saw when you and Ruby originally got to Trost. It looks like the same person, but you hear just like a sigh, and everything kind of ripples, and very like Mystique kind of shifting happens, and you see a creature in front of you with light gray skin, very pale, like white eyes as well, white hair, and just kind of waves and signs to you, just hi, and you see a sign, like a couple of signs at your way.
Oh, hello.
Well, we're gonna have to go upstairs and have a little talky talk, okay? Or whatever you're saying.
Kind of nods and basically you see, like, you get the feeling that he's signing like, hey, lead the way, but like as the hands are moving, it's kind of hard to know exactly what he's saying without.
I point towards the stairs and be like, "You're walking in front of me, buddy."
And
and when he goes into his form, does he change size at all, or does he stay small?
No, stays pretty small. He's probably about the size of like a 10-year-old, like 10 to 12.
Okay.
I just go, listen, when we get up there, don't pull any shenanigans, okay? Maybe whatever you're trying to do, maybe we can help you. But if you try anything silly, stuff might happen, buddy. So just don't do anything crazy.
And there's like a little bit of a nod, and you see some signing happen again, and that flicker and that shifting happens again, and you see the human boy that you had pulled out of the barrel return in front of you.
Have I seen one of these before, whatever this was?
Go ahead and let's see, what kind of check would this be? Go ahead and either roll a history, a religion, or an arcana.
I mean, I'm good at all those, man. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Dude.
With your -1 to your investigation, you should be.
Yeah.
You
Artem
can
is
do it.
super intelligent.
Smart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That tracks.
Wow.
So you could just say no, it's fine. We can
Yeah, like, yeah, no. And you don't know if it's because, like, you just haven't really been out in the world very much. Like, this kid is a little bit of an oddity in front of you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll take upstairs real quick and be like, hey, I was just doing a quick once-over on all the goods and everything, and I found us a little friend as I point towards him.
Oh.
Arissa will walk over and sort of like squat down to see, and like, oh, like there is a very big her wanting to go to this whatever it is.
Well, he looks just like a child right now.
You see a human boy, probably about 11 years old, sandy blonde hair, wow, sorry, Mike. And very, very tan skin, and is just standing very shyly in front, and your hands extend, and he like immediately backs up, like.
Also, real quick, while I'm introducing him, I kind of pull Isaac over to the side and be like, "Hey, Isaac, that boy, when I found him, he, I don't know if it was magic, so maybe you might know, but like, his skin changed white, his hair turned white, and then he changed back into this little boy. Have you ever heard of anything like that?"
Have I ever heard anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead. I would again say either for you, history, religion, or arcana.
Could I also
Arcana,
try and do this?
You do not
Arissa will,
know
like-
yet that.
Ooh,
this is
buddy,
Ooh,
buddy,
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 yeah, I know my
buddy.
memory.
Jesus.
buddy.
There's a reason
Like,
why it's
meanwhile,
Isaac does.
Out of character, I know what it is. Arissa doesn't, and I'm like, there's a part of me. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
It's one of those things that like you as a person want to, like, you as a player want to roll your own check to know what this thing is, and everything. So with a
Meanwhile, I'm very sorry about this. Like, Arissa she is like, I don't know why, but she's not trying to be mean, but she is being almost older sister, like, by attempting to like not poke him. So this is a very funny
Please don't poke the small child.
like any advances like push this kid like further and further behind Artem, like just actively trying to not be touched. With a 27, Isaac, there's two things that come to your mind. One, like, you have heard of shifters before. Some, like, a variety of people who